In the wake of the weekend mass shooting in West Texas, there again is talk in Washington of tightening gun controls. ABC's Inez de la Huerta has the very latest from the nation's capital.
Odessa, Texas was the site of the sixth mass shooting in the last month. All told, 53 people killed in August, and now more questions about what Washington will do. But even after this weekend's rampage, those who are pushing for action on gun control say they see no urgency from the White House.
This really hasn't changed anything. We're doing a package, and we'll see how it comes about.
The president says when Congress returns from summer recess, lawmakers will take up some gun legislation. And in Texas, where nearly 70 people have been killed in mass shootings since 2016, looser gun laws went into effect just yesterday. The changes include legislation that would arm more teachers. The state's Republican governor, while saying action is needed, did not name any concrete gun control measures.
Too many Texans have lost their lives. The status quo in Texas is unacceptable.
A recent Quinnipiac poll shows that 93% of Americans back new restrictions, and so do the two Texas Democrats running for president.
If we're not able to speak clearly, if we're not able to act decisively, then we will continue to have this kind of bloodshed in America.
The biggest lies that the president has told include that he would do something about universal background checks.
Immediately after the El Paso and Dayton shootings, President Trump did come out in support of what he calls intelligent background checks. He pulled back from that position days later and yesterday said that background checks wouldn't have stopped any of these recent tragedies. Inez de la Huerta, ABC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, a Siouxlander looking to be elected in Iowa's 4th congressional district is weighing in on the gun debate. J.D. Scholten telling KCAU-9 today that pitting gun control against gun rights just delays any kind of action that both sides of the debate could agree on.
This narrative that either it's the Second Amendment or gun safety, and I think it's a false choice. I think there's a lot of common ground, and one of the things that I'm running, I'm fix, fight, and secure, and the secure part is securing our democracy from the special interests.
Scholten is running against Representative Steve King for Iowa's 4th district congressional seat.